Welcome back to my channel. It's been a while, but let's give this another try. The goal for this week is just to get back into a routine, figure out a structure for personal life and for my work. I used to be very good at getting the most out of my limited time, but for the past year and a half, I don't know, what used to work is not working for me anymore, and I'm just so tired of feeling meh, and I want to really figure this out, like find out a structure that works for me in the current situation. This past few months we had family visiting us from India, and that's one of the things, staying away, so far away from family, is that you don't have family visiting so frequently, and that can get hard. So we had our family come here after we were seeing them after almost 4 years. Before that we had my sister visit, but they also don't stay very close by. It's always nice to have family visit you, and we took a few trips with them. But now I feel it's time to get back into writing, get back into a routine. This past few months have been such a push and pull for me. I want to be present with family because it's been so long since we've met them, and also want to work, want to get back into the creative flow. And now that I have time, I feel this resistance, and I'm just so tired of being in this limbo for so many months now. So last night I decided I'm going to give myself a week to reset myself. So this week I'm just giving myself permission to figure out what I want my days to look like, how I want to structure my work day, and start putting things into place so that the following weeks I can be more productive. And so I'm starting with the 90-day plan workbook. I couldn't get most of the things done from last quarter, and that's okay. I'll start fresh. It shouldn't take me much time to figure out what I want to do in the next 90 days. So that's what I'll start with. Alright, so I have my goals and my projects and tasks for the next 90 days, what I think I can get done, but practically I want to see if I can make time for them. So I'm going to pull up my Google Calendar and start putting things in there to realistically see how much I can get done, and then I can make changes to my goals and projects and tasks after that. I don't want to make the mistake of planning everything right away. I want to be flexible, and also I want to keep in mind that I cannot plan everything keeping my most productive self in mind, because I haven't been working consistently and I haven't been very productive for a very long time. So I cannot think I can be that from the first day. I haven't been very consistent with my work, and I have been working, so to say. I've been writing workshops. I've been working on creating products from my website, which you already have, if you are on my newsletter. So I have been working, but I haven't been in the flow of things, and so I cannot plan out my next 90 days thinking I'm going to be at my peak performance, if that makes sense. So this week is just a reset week, and towards the end of the week I'm going to spend Friday planning for the next week, and maybe even the week after. We'll see how that goes. But right now in my Google Calendar, all I'm going to do is make time for things that I want to do with the goal in mind that I'm just trying to create a structure so that I can reset myself and then be productive. What I have over here is Monday through Friday I'll be recording this video so that it can go up next week. On Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Friday I want to engage in my Instagram community, so post stories, reels, pictures, those kind of things. On Tuesday I want to figure out what I want to do for my YouTube community posts, so I'll do that on Tuesday. Friday and next Monday I've blocked it for editing this video so that I can have it ready by end of Monday and it can go live on Tuesday. going forward, I'll keep it this way, I think, because that gives me the weekend to work on this. And I know I have so much pending work and I have so much to catch up on that I will need to work over the weekends, and I'm okay with that because I want to get back on track. So I'm okay with it. I have looked at my calendar so that I'm not sacrificing too much of my personal time with my family. And on Wednesday, I want to work. I've blocked out a big chunk of time to work on the website copy. I want to get that done and send it across. And on Thursday, I'm keeping it for admin stuff, so life admin, personal admin, and work admin. Earlier, I used to give too much time for I had 2 separate days for personal and for work stuff, and I realized that the more time I give for these things, it'll just consume it. So I have to be better with how I do these admin tasks and do them in a shorter span of time. And I went through my emails and I saw that I've been pretty good about emails. I have not been so prompt at answering emails, but I have them in control. I have been keeping on top of these emails, so it's not a lot. I have some emails in my read later, which is okay, and I have some emails to action, which will not take a lot of time. So I have the system. Every time I get an email in my inbox, I have a couple of times I go through my emails and then I'll sort these out into these 3 folders. So that's read later, waiting on, and action. So by the end of the day, the emails from the inbox are either archived or I have them in one of these folders. And what I do is the ones that I'm waiting on, I can just put a follow-up for them, make time for that. The ones that I have marked for read later, I usually have them on my tablet, and I'll go through these emails by listening to them. They're usually emails that I want to be in loop for. There are a lot of newsletters I'm subscribed to just to stay on top of publishing industry news or work-related, business-related news that I want to be informed about. So those kind of emails I listen to while I'm doing something else, and I can do that on my iPad. So that's one thing I do. And the ones that I have to action, I can then focus on what are those emails, and they're not drowning in a whole sea of emails. Now I have this theme going in my schedule. I feel filming days, social media days, editing days, and writing days. So this week is website copy, but it can be a writing day in general, and then an admin day. So now that I have these themes in my calendar, I can then go into my 90-day plan workbook and look at my projects and pull tasks from here and try and see if I can club them into these theme days, because I used to do that before and it was very, very helpful in staying focused and getting a lot done in limited time. So I want to go back to doing that, but with a little tweak, because things are different now. But I'll do that for all the projects tomorrow. I don't want to do that today. Right now I want to quickly record a story for my Instagram, write a few captions for a few social media posts, and then we'll see. I think I'll call it a day. I know I didn't get a lot of things done, but I feel good. I scheduled the YouTube community post, so that'll go live in a few hours, but I'm not sure what to do for Instagram stories, so that's still pending. So I transferred everything from the workbook into my Notion, the 90-day plan Notion template. I call it the dashboard, but yeah, so I transferred everything there, and looking at the projects I have for the next few months, I think I can break them down into 3 sets. So Monday through Wednesday, I'll work on one specific project. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays I'll keep for YouTube, vlogging, creating any other kind of videos. If there is anything left that I need to catch up on, I can do that over the weekend like I was initially planning. So I have some buffer time, and as I'm planning all this, I'm building in some safety net for myself, so that because I know it'll take me time to get into a flow of all the things and have all my processes fine-tuned with all the changes that have happened recently. So I think this is a good plan. So week 1 I'll focus on project 1, week 2 and week 3 I'll focus on another project, so that I'm giving myself enough time for each project at a time. That way I'm not constantly changing tasks and projects and then trying to get into them, and by the time I get into a flow with a certain project I have to switch, which is what I had been doing for the last few months, and it's completely not working for me. I know why I started doing that. It worked for a short period of time, but it's not working anymore. This way I'll get enough time to focus and enough hours so that I can make big progress on each project. Now I feel I've been at my desk all day long. It's a nice day outside, so I think I'm going to go for a walk now. I had a few emails to go through, so I finished that. There was just one that I had to action. The other one was for read later, so I'll go through that another time. Early this morning I spent some time on working on the website copy. So I'm done with it, but before I send it across, what I'll do right now is I'll just go through it once more, just run it through Grammarly again, and then I'll send it across. So that's what I want to do now. Today is admin day, and here's what's on my to-do list for today. I have to call and make a few yearly appointments with doctors and such. Then I have some bills to pay. Some are quarterly bills, some are monthly bills. So that, and then I have to update my tracker for my expenses, my royalties and book sales. So I will do that, and I'll also check in with my budget. I like to do that on a weekly basis, so that's another thing I'll do. I have a finance dashboard in Notion, and I have a lot of Google Sheets that are linked in there. So I have to go in my Notion dashboard, and I can just click there and it opens up my Google Sheet, and I can update all these things over there. It doesn't take a lot of time, but I kind of get lost in the weeds sometimes, get carried away with a lot of stuff, analytic stuff, creating pivots and those kind of things. So I want to set a timer and do it this time, do it today, and hopefully keep that habit going forward. Honestly, all this will not take me a whole lot of time because I haven't been very active the past few months. In fact, I would say the past 6 months. And it reflects in my book sales and on the business side as well. I haven't been actively promoting my books, and that sort of reflects in the book sales, and I'm being very candid over here with you. I have to update the expense report because there has been a lot of expenses, so I'll do that, and then I'm going to start editing this vlog. So Monday, Tuesday I have it uploaded, so I'm going to just start editing those, and then Wednesday as well, if I can, I'll try and get that. I don't think I have a whole lot to edit, but let's see. It's Thursday, so I usually don't post on Thursdays, but since I'm catching up with a lot of stuff, so I'll see. If I get time, I'll maybe post an Instagram story or something. Otherwise, it's okay. I'm being flexible with that. So I think it'll free up more time to work on the vlog, this current vlog. Let's see what all I got done this week and what's left. So I think I got everything done except for planning for next week, which is what I have for today. So I heard back on the website copy that I was working on. I can move forward with that. Next thing I have to do is just figure out a few things for the website, like images and stuff, so I can button things up and things can go to the next phase of the project. The next thing I have to do is edit the video. Earlier I used to be very rigid about working only at my desk, but for the last few months that I was not in the space in my office and I had to make do with what I had, I sort of got comfortable working on my laptop again and not have my big monitor in front of me, which is a good thing because now I can do all these video editing, at least the first cut, while I am around my family and I'm on the sofa. I don't have to be very fixed and dependent on just having my monitor all the time. Monday to Wednesday, I'll be working on the product. I've been making a list of all the new products that I want to do for my shop. They're all digital products, so it doesn't take a lot of time to create, but I still want it to be good and pretty and put in little details that I like to see consistently in all my digital products. So it just takes a little bit more time than just getting the basic stuff done. If you are in my newsletter, if you're subscribed to my newsletter, you kind of got a chance to vote what would be coming up in shop next. So thank you for everyone who voted. And that's all for now. I'll see you next week.